What if your 401k, the very account that you are counting on for retirement, was never meant to retire you in the first place? What if it was truly built to benefit Wall Street, not you?
So the big beneficiaries were the mutual funds.
That's right. That's correct.
Because it's true. In this video, I'm going to expose to you the 3 reasons why most 401k accounts fail. And I'm going to unveil to you how the wealthy elites create guaranteed income for life before it's too late. In this video, I'm going to break down for you why the math behind the 401k just doesn't work anymore, the hidden taxes that could completely devour your nest egg, and the retirement blueprint that the wealthy are quietly using to retire with certainty.
What's the next step?
Next step is you've got to create an income for life.
Now, if you've been maxing out your 401k thinking you're doing it right, you're not alone. Most people follow the rules that they were taught from older friends or family members. But unfortunately, what worked 40 years ago doesn't necessarily apply in today's world because the rules have changed. The individuals that gave you that 40-year-old financial playbook are not the ones that have to worry about retiring broke because it worked for them. But unfortunately, it's probably not going to work for you. Now, who am I to be speaking on this topic? Well, I've been a licensed financial coach and educator for just shy of a decade. I've helped just about 1,000 families completely restructure their financial blueprint. I've seen what works, what used to work, and what doesn't anymore. And I've been creating content for 3 years, educating all of you on everything that I've learned and how to do this correctly. First, we're going to talk about why the math behind your 401k was never in your favor in the first place. According to NerdWallet, the average balance of a 401k for somebody turning 65 years old or older, which means they're knocking on the door of retirement, is just $272,000. Now, if you follow the 4% rule, that means you can take out $10,900 every single year in retirement. That's before you subtract out taxes, inflation, and all the medical costs that you're probably going to have. Meanwhile, Fidelity says that the average American needs 10 times their annual income to retire comfortably by age 67. Meaning if somebody ended their career making $100,000 a year, they would need to retire with at least $1 million to retire comfortably. This means that most Americans are retiring with just about 25% of what they actually need. A 401k is like a boat with a hole in the bottom. You don't realize there's a problem until it's too late. Now I'm curious, when was the last time you checked the balance on your 401k? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. Then we gotta talk about the tax time bomb. Traditional 401ks are tax deferred, not tax free. And tax deferred just means tax delayed. The government is going to get their cuts later when we don't know what taxes will be. And with our government spending completely out of control and our US national debt soaring past $37 trillion and counting, it's predicted by economists that taxes have nowhere to go but up. Now the question remains, would you rather pay taxes on your seed or your harvest? Deferring or delaying taxes today might seem like it makes sense, but it could potentially cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars later in taxes at retirement, if they go up. Then we have to talk about the stock market's volatility and how it could completely destroy your plan. In 2001 and 2008, the average 401k lost 30 to 40% of its entire value.
Tell me about your 401k.
Does this answer the question?
This is what it was in 2005. 2007, you're down below 2005.
Right.
Now imagine if that happened to you right when you're about to retire.
You think you'll ever be able to retire?
I don't see that day. Can no longer see that day.
Now, for a personal example, in 2022, I met a gentleman, we'll call him Steve, through social media that told me he lost about 25% of his 401k in just a few months. He had 400,000, he was down to just 300,000, and his hope was to retire soon. He was hanging in there to see if he'd get the money back that he lost, but unfortunately he never made it back up, and he was fearful that he never would. So he asked what I could do to help. That's when I talked to him about the next point, which is the retirement blueprint that's been hidden from you. Wealthy retirees don't guess. They build in guarantees. They leverage accounts like fixed indexed annuities because they know they'll get growth, really good growth, without any stock market risk. They also have a personal private pension feature, which guarantees that they'll get income for as long as they live.
But there are types of annuities, like done properly, like these hybrid annuities, they call them, where it's tied to an index, meaning a stock market index. So here's how it works. You get the upside without the downside. If the stock market goes up, you get a percentage of that growth. If it goes down, you lose nothing.
In fact, LIMRA, which is the Life Insurance Marketing and Research Association, said that annuity sales hit an all-time high of $434 billion with a B billion dollars in 2024, up from just $385 billion in 2023. Why? Because people want certainty. They're over just praying and hoping retirement works out for them. If these accounts are properly structured, they have amazing growth potential with zero to very minimal fees, no stock market risk, and some of them are even giving a guaranteed 6 to 8% in a pension payout guaranteed to you for as long as you live, which is almost double the 4% rule from your 401k. Which brings me to the pension problem and how to solve it. Once companies realized how much cheaper it was to offer a 401k over a pension, pensions started to disappear. Even to this day, only about 15% of American workers actually have access to a traditional pension. Now, wealthy individuals, they don't trust the system. They build their own pension. Using those guaranteed income for life riders, those index contracts, and structured withdrawal strategies, they're able to create an income stream that is locked in for life. So rain or shine, bear or bull market, they're able to sleep because they're good. Now here's the reality. Most 401ks fail because the math is outdated, taxes are unpredictable, and the stock market is unreliable. And the wealthy, they don't rely on hope. They rely on guarantees. They don't just save, they plan like their future depends on it because it does. And finally, the cost of waiting. If you're in your 40s and you're listening to this, it's time you start taking retirement seriously because every day you wait to plan is costing you income in retirement. It's like trying to buy insurance for a home that already caught fire. Retirement, you guys, it's not an age. It's a number. It's a dollar amount. You can retire when you have enough income to live a comfortable lifestyle. So why not start planning sooner so you can retire earlier? Now, if you're ready to take this serious, I recommend that you connect with a licensed financial coach and consultant where you live that you trust to navigate you through figuring out which options are best for you. If you'd like to work with me and my team, you can click the link in my bio to schedule a call with us. I've also linked 2 videos here that will dive a little bit more into retirement planning and how to figure out the right options for you. Share this video with anyone you know that's getting close to retirement, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another video teaching you what to do with your money. I'll see you back here next week on YouTube.